to another edition of Swift Conversation. I'm your host, Adesope Olajide, and joining me on the sofas today is a very special day because joining me to discuss in depth is an absolute queen of Afrobeats, an ambassador of African pop culture, a multi-award winning singer, songwriter, a Grammy-nominated singer, and of course, my dear friend and sister is the queen, Yemi Alade.
I can get used to that.
That is the energy that a woman brings into the room. You look amazing.
Thank you.
How have you been?
Ooh la la, I'm in my soft era, man. I've been so good, and I thank God and my family, my team. My mom just celebrated her 60th birthday.
I saw that. She looked beautiful.
Yes, she did. It was a surprise birthday party.
Wow.
She didn't expect anything. She wanted to travel, actually.
Wow.
And she's such an investigative person. So she almost caught onto the surprise, but we managed to, make it happen. But I've been good in general. I've been releasing music. I haven't released a body of work, like an album yet.
Yes.
But 2026 promises to be that year for an album.
How many albums deep now?
I don't used to count my albums.
King of Queens,
Yeah.
Mama Africa,
Black Magic.
Black Magic.
There was an EP.
Yeah.
Queen
the
Don't Come.
Queen Don't Come.
You're putting me on the spot right now.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. You put in some work. There was one, the last couple of, there was one that had, of course, your Come with flavor.
Yes,
That's one of my favorite albums.
I think I'm on number 6 now.
Six or seven.
6 or 7.
Looking at that, I saw a picture recently where you posted a picture of you 13, 14 years ago.
Ooh.
And you now, you're one of those who came into the game in a path that wasn't necessarily common to Afropop, which was you came through a talent competition, you won that, and then eventually became a successful musician. But talent competition 2007, that's a while ago. Looking back now, as best as you can, how would you describe this, journey of probably about 18 years deep?
Look, that picture that you're referring to, I was trying to put together a post on social media for my new song, Worry, featuring Fave. And I was just thinking to myself, there's something nostalgic about this picture. I can't place it. Then I remembered that there's this iconic picture I had of myself, one of my first proper, you know how you release certain pictures and people cling onto that as the image of you?
Yeah.
So that was like the image of my foundation, what people would remember when they thought of me then. I used to call myself Gang Gang Babe.
Yeah.
Gang Gang Babe.
Gang
That's for
love.
action everywhere. And so I had a song called Gang Gang.
Yep.
And I wanted to feel gang gang as well as an actor. So I threw on a leather outfit, head to toe. And I had the sides of my hair shaved off. And I had like a mohawk going on, blonde as well. I miss those days. Hey, God, dude.
When you could just do anything.
And honestly, I put the 2 pictures next to each other. The one I took in 2025 and one I took then as Gang Gang Babe. And I kept looking at this girl. The girl from 2012. And she didn't know she had so much promise. She didn't know that she was gonna be who I am today. It's not like no one told her. Some people told her, but there was this, my inner conviction wanted to be so great, but I did not know how. And it's not promised, And I wanted to feel like that girl. Like I wanted so bad to just remember what I was thinking while I took that picture. If I thought maybe I really would make it in this world of so many talented people, if I thought that I was just wasting my time or creating a hobby. But above all, I respected her more than everything because I couldn't see where my journey would take me, but I stood in place and occupied my position. And I took every battle that came my way and thank God I succeeded. And I'm here, still going through many battles, because that's what life is. Every day a new battle. And I couldn't help but finally say to myself, Yemi, well done. Because a lot of times we don't have those me times where you talk to yourself and say, well done, you've done it. You've done so much for yourself despite the world being against you, because the world is against every one of us.
Yes.
It's just life, you know? But that moment, which was a few days ago, yesterday,
Yeah.
was a moment of reckoning for me. I just really felt grateful to God for life. And internally, I thanked myself for being me. In every stage of my life, I looked a little different, obviously.
Yes, you did.
I got some more hips on, some more flesh on, still same eyes, same lips and everything. But from that moment, I was grateful to who I was and is at every stage of my life, because every year we turn a little different of a new leaf. And I was just grateful for my process. The process is a 360 process. It just keeps going on and on and on. Because how did I find myself in that leather fit and then 14 years or 13 years down the lane and wearing the same leather fit and I had the same pose. Look, I'm not doing no gang things right now. Why did I? Nostalgia is a beautiful feeling.
The word battles, I wanted to go into it a little bit deeper in the conversation.
Please tell me if I'm not talking where I remove the drills.
No. It's going in. Listen, you got to bling, baby.
I got to shine.
You know, you're a top dog in the game. You're earning so much money. You got to shine.
Yo, gold in my teeth.
Yep. Come on.
And I keep it neat.
Like Nefertiti.
Write that down.
So, as I was saying, I wanted to go a little bit deeper before I got to the battles, but the Spirit has led us. So let's go where you went.
Okay.
As a young woman coming into this business, the Afrobeats, Afropop music culture, there definitely has been battles.
Of course.
Talk to me about some of the challenges and battles that a woman has had to endure to be able to be in a position like this.
Make I talk.
You gotta talk.
I'll say some that I think I
Please.
remember. Especially in the beginning days, because that's the foundation of everything. That's the point where you decide who you want to be and what you're going to stand for and what you're going to fall for. And in those beginning days, all I thought I needed was just my talent, because that's what I had. I didn't have a bank full of, an account full of money that I could use to sponsor myself. I just had a talent and a zeal and a promise that I made to myself and a promise I believe God made to me. And so I always tried to show up. There were times that I was told I needed to work harder. And so I worked harder. And it wasn't enough. There were doors I needed to walk up to. And when I walked up to the doors and they actually opened them, they didn't want my talent. They wanted something else. Many times, from studio sessions to business meetings to even winning certain things, and you meet maybe the managing director. Managing director is trying to rub your thigh under the table. And I'm just 18. What is happening? My grandpa is rubbing my leg. And I can't speak because I'm in shock. We're having an actual business meeting. Why are you rubbing my thigh?
What were those moments like?
I had to sit to myself and decide if this music was what I wanted to do, because it was becoming too rampant. But something in me told me that just keep pushing your talent still, you know? So I still showed up. If the door was left open for me to walk through, I will walk through. If it was shut in my face, I'll walk away. And eventually I realized I needed to stop walking through the doors and just start breaking down the walls. So I will do what I need to do. I will show up and do what I needed to do on my own terms. And eventually the talent stood. I feel like if you look at my brand, you see that it's a talent first before even the beauty. And that is the momentum that I've moved with my entire life, is to work first before anything else. And I had some people advise me, tell me that, oh, you need to be going out at night. That's where all the brand managers are chilling. That's where you go and be having the business conversations. I say it's good though, it's true, but I'm a woman. If someone is, having a nice drink, having a good time, and I'm going there with my fine body, what am I trying to say in the night? And so I insisted that those meetings will be done in daytime. Let's have a daytime meeting. And at night, the only time you see me is when I'm going on stage. That's how I want it to be. And I feel like that eventually worked out in my own favor, because I feel like if you don't stand for anything, you fall for everything. I'm just saying this because I feel like a lot of females are probably experiencing these things, and they probably think that that is the only way to go about life. But there's something called morals. There's something called morals. I still believe in morals. I mean, if you don't believe in morals, it's okay. I don't judge you. Honestly, I respect women and people out there who don't want to live their life this way.
Who can get it by
who
any
can get
means.
it by hook or crook. However, I respect you. You have tenacity. Me, I'm afraid. Call me a coward. Yes, but it's work first or nothing else.
Where did you get that strength from? Especially when doors were shut in your face, doors weren't open, there was a lot of criticism saying, go and work harder. Where did you get that strength from? The strength to just...
I think I had a great team around me. Very few people, but they were hell-bent on reassuring me that my talent was still enough. Because, I mean, c'est la vie, no? C'est la vie. A lot of things happened, but even though 4 doors were closed in my face, 2 were open. And I didn't also understand the comparison sometimes. There was this club show I was invited for. And I was really excited. Finally, I'm getting club shows in the beginning of my career. And I showed up there. I was the headliner of the club show because it was a big thing, a big rave. A lot of people showed up. And when I finally came in with my entourage, I noticed that my table was bare. I mean, you're hosting me. My drinks are supposed to be there already. I'm like, okay, no, maybe they are just taken away by everything going on. Let me just balance first, and maybe my drinks will come. 5 minutes later, a male artist who didn't have a song as big as Johnny, even till date, he walks in. As he's walking, his drinks are following him.
What's going on?
I said, I waited. I said, maybe they're just really carried away. I don't know what's happening. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to walk out of here. Before I do, I'm going to buy drinks. I bought the drinks. Once they brought it all, I walked out with my entourage. Left the drinks there. Because I came out to have a good time. And I felt that it was a respectful thing. We're having we had an agreement to do something. But my point of bringing this story up is that I realized that the hurdles I was gonna jump over were bigger than I thought. Because I don't want to say it was a sexist thing, but it was obvious that I needed to, for the rest of my life, almost continue proving myself 10 times over. I had a song as big as Johnny, and still my table is empty.
Global smash, multi-platinum selling
For
single.
heaven's sake,
that
the door
talk.
opener of a lot of
on.
Afrobeats movement.
Come on.
Hello. But that happened. And that moment also really encouraged me to continue doing what I'm doing, because it's obvious it's hurting somebody. But I'm not going to let it hurt me, And I'm just saying that because I feel like a lot of times females are made to prove themselves over and over again. Like there's a rule book somewhere, but it's not printed. Nobody can attest to where this rule book is. But a lot of people follow the rule book where the females are doubted over and over again, and they need to continue proving themselves. Even when they've proven themselves worthy, they have to prove themselves again the next day. Like you just clean the slate and tell them to start all over again. And that has been the story of my life for a long time. And then I realized, not proving nothing no more. I'm doing the things that I love, that resonate with my morals, with my personality, with the word that I want to spread to the next generation, with the footprint that I want to create on this earth before I leave. It's all about me, moi, myself. C'est vrai, c'est fini.
Straight away. Just before we move ahead, are the drinks okay? Did we get the drinks on table before you came in? Just to make sure that the club situation is not replicated in the room.
Nice one.
I just want to make sure that the team
Let me
did.
tell you.
You know what I mean?
I looked at the table when I was coming. I was like, okay, they did well.
They did well. All right,
Yeah,
then.
they did well.
All right, then we can move on.
Yes, we may.
You mentioned the Gang Love era.
Wow.
You mentioned the Gang Love era. That image also reminded me of the Yemi Alade that I had initially met, which was an R&B singer, someone who had an incredibly powerful voice, who loved to display it as much as possible.
Yeah.
And then came in Johnny, where this Yemi Alade who ultimately picked up her African queen crown and said, okay, yeah, the R&B stuff, I can do it, the massive vocals, I've got it. But now it's beyond that. I'm carrying my culture, my tribe along. Talk to me about what changed from Gang to Johnny, or how did it, what was that moment? What was it there?
I mean, I wish I could say that this was the one time, the one thing that happened that, you know, took me on this Mama Africa path. But I really can't. But then again, it goes without mentioning that Johnny changed my life. That song itself, it brought, it gave me reason to embrace my culture more. I never thought that, you said it already, you knew me as that R&B singing. I thought I was going to go into classical and blues music. That's what I thought I was going to do my life with this voice God has given me. But here I am singing high life and all that. I never thought I would go that way. However, when I had released about 10 songs, and yes, I was getting some kind of love and acceptance, and I was still hoping for so much more. I had gotten some kind of popularity within Nigeria to an extent, and I wanted more. Because I mean, I look up to Beyonce.
Yeah.
She's worldwide. I want to be like her. It dawned on me that it was time for me to make sure that I don't continue to choose genres. So even if you bring a rap track to me, I will jump on it. That was the mindset that I embraced, and eventually, High Life came my way, and that was my first High Life song. Johnny was my first High Life infused song ever, and it completely changed my life. Now, the minute I did Johnny, there are certain people that were instrumental to the image that became after Johnny. The director of the video itself, Clarence Peters. He's the kind of director that always likes to have a creative meeting with you before he shoots. And he told me, Sataye, CEO of his music group and my business manager, he told him that the one thing he wants, first of all, is that we need to create a hairstyle that will stay with me, that will be used in video shoots and will continue to stay with me for minimum 6 months.
After the shoot, after the video comes out.
Yes, after the video comes out. Meaning that he wanted to create a brand that would last even outside
of the video.
Outside of the video. That was forward-thinking that I never thought of. And it worked. I did 4 hairstyles that day on that video, during that video shoot.
Wow.
But that one hairstyle stuck. And somehow I continued to just recreate the same idea. And I became more in love with culture. That was the first time I shot the video without wearing shoes. My feet to the soil, red soil, dancing and in the village.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And suddenly I felt one. I felt as one with what I was becoming. And that's how I became Mama Africa. I started embracing so many other cultures. A lot of people know that I have Yoruba and Igbo blood.
Yeah.
So
Yemi Alade.
Yemi Alade.
Yoruba Igbo girl.
Yoruba Igbo girl.
Okay.
Eberechi,
know.
etc. So already as a kid growing up in that kind of family, I was already used to multicultural activities. I already was used to blending both cultures. I saw it as normal. Whereas some people are like, oh, this is Yoruba way. Oh, this is Igbo way. I don't see it that way. This is my way. And eventually, I think that rubbed off on that encouraged me to love other tribes. Like, there's nothing, I love traveling to countries and experiencing their culture from their, I feel like our culture is the most beautiful thing in the world. We're so colorful, so versatile. And I'm so happy that I have become Mama Africa in my heart, and not just in my dressing, just who I am, from my hair to who I am. I just want to continue to be an example of my heritage.
How important is carrying your culture, the African culture, alongside the music for you and in general for us within the Afrobeats and Afropop culture? How important is those two, in moving together?
For me personally,
Yes, for you, first of all.
carrying the culture and music together, when I don't carry the culture, I feel lost. Like I feel lost. Like I feel like I'm doing something, but it's not yet me. I feel lost. Like I've tried it. I mean, the closest to outside my culture that I can do and still feel rooted is doing my dancehall music, because I love dancehall. And sometimes I jokingly say, like, if I were not Nigerian, I'd easily be a Jamaican girl, because me back to the bone one time. I
Come
don't
on.
look.
No time.
Look, I'm ready for dancehall anytime. But it's very important for me, because personally I feel lost. There's no other way to describe it. I just feel lost when I'm not being Mama Africa.
What about for the culture at large, the music at large, Afrobeats? How do you see from the outside that, do we have to ensure that the music constantly carries that cultural message as well? Or just the fact that we're Africans doing music is enough for the culture?
Ooh la la, that's a big question. Because I feel like these days, a lot of people see culture as maybe even degrading. When you wear things or dress in a way that is culture, that syncs with your culture, they see it as substandard. Lesser than, substandard. And I feel like that's a cry for help. But me personally, I think it's important to keep reminding people. So it's very also, let me go back to this. Excuse me. Music is a weapon. It could be a weapon of peace, a weapon of love, or destruction. There's a lot of people out there with lyrics inciting violence. You might just be having a good time, and then one day you just see that you are actually becoming a violent person, because you've been chanting it every day and it's becoming you. It's becoming your mantra without you knowing. And I've decided that music would be my weapon for world peace. Peace is something that can be achieved if love is put first. And that's something that people hardly ever do, because love is difficult, as easy as it is. To love is literally to do unto others as you want them to do to you. And that is a huge sacrifice. I mean, I want to be pampered head to toe. So now I have to pamper you. I have to pamper you. Hey, God. Oh.
That's a good way to look at it.
Honestly, it's difficult. And so I feel like if you check my music for the last 4 or 5 years, it's been more about promoting self-love and truly just being happy from within. And knowing that even when tribulations happen, you can still, it's just a period. It's a stage you can overcome. And that's why I was really grateful when my song Tomorrow was nominated for a Grammy, because I wrote that song when I was in a place mentally. I was a bit confused and skeptical about some things. But that was like me writing my last letter of hope to myself. And it's crazy how it resonated with so many people. When we were recording that song and the producers were around, we had like a few songwriters, everybody in the camp, and we're all just, trying to create vibes and stuff. There were 3 producers, so I was moving from one studio to another in the same camp. I like to record like that. I like to jump and just have like a buffet. You know what I mean? Dance all over here, high life over there, R&B over there. Look, give it to me. Yeah. And while I was in the other studios, there was one person, Yaso, the producer. He had already created the beat and he had the boys around him and they were singing some things on it. I came in, I was like, nice, nice. But my voice doesn't want to sing this kind of thing right now. It was about love. I said, waiting be love right now. And I'm not in that mindset. I'm not having that mind frame right now. And I told him respectfully, let's mute this. Let me put some melodies on there. And that's how Tomorrow was created. It was my letter of hope. My last few words to myself about hope. And I'm so thankful to the world for echoing it back at me. Because as much as some people listen to the music and feel like it gives them a reason to continue, they've given it back to me, a reason to continue, especially when I needed it the most.
Absolutely. Now, Yemi Alade is known not only for incredible music, amazing cultural representation, but most importantly, incredible energetic performances. That part of the art and the business, in some cases, well, since you're...
Can I drink tea with grills on?
Oh, come on. Why not? Yeah,
No,
why not if not? No.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, so incredible energetic performances, a part of the art form that in a lot of cases is missing now, here and there. Talk to me about the importance of performance, especially as an African musician, because that's almost expected. Once they say this is an African entertainer, people want to see, the whole show. How important is that performance element to you, and how did you find this? What was it that made you say, I'm always going to give 150% every time I grab the microphone?
Oh la la. That's a big question. That's a big question. But I think it's because of the women that came before me. The women that came before me were of such a pedigree. I had no other choice but to be like them. To channel my own energy through the same vessels that they used to channel theirs. I'm crazy about Beyonce. Not because of whatever anybody says, but she's the only one artist that I would buy her tour DVDs that year when they still used to do DVDs. Every tour she had, yes, I will watch it. I'll wake up in the morning in my nightgown. I'll take my remote control, wear my high heels. And when she's singing, I'm singing. And I noticed that she had private, cozy performances, and then she had the really big ones. And I was seeing differences. I was literally studying this woman while having a great time. And then I realized what I wanted to be just by watching her. And then how about Angelique Kidjo? How about her? How old is she right now, and what is she doing on that stage the way she does what she does? An emblem of hope, a pillar of strength. And with these few women I've mentioned, why will I be less? Waje and Omomi. When I was growing up and trying to understand the music industry in Nigeria, I would go for certain shows. There was something called One Mic.
Yep.
It was the one platform that every upcoming artist needed to attend to become somebody to be heard. It was the platform you needed. And I was privileged to get the opportunity to watch Omomi and Waje have like a sound check / rehearsal before the concert. And that was the day my eyes opened. I saw the way they handled the band. Normally when you see the musician and you see a band is a group of instrumentalists. And there are so many in numbers compared to the one musician. But the person that holds the power, despite the difference in number, is the musician. You control their intensity. You control the way they narrate the music. You become like a conductor of an orchestra, even though it's not an orchestra. They live vicariously through you, and actually on stage, you are their energy source and they are yours. I saw the way they broke down their music. I listened to the way they broke down the music. I noticed with all these women that it was important to them to make their live performances have a little bit of pizzazz, like something different from the original, so that when their audiences come to listen to them, They take
Something
something different
extra.
home, the extra cherry on the cake. And that is what I started to create for myself. And I realized that most times when I hear people's music, I recreate a part of it on my own. And so I took that energy to mine as well. So if you attend any of my concerts, you will see that almost every song has a sudden mix. Either I switch it to jazz, or I take it to dancehall, or I
Salsa.
bring it to salsa, or I'm suddenly rapping, or I'm going raga. And it just depends on where the spirit is taking me. It's because of the women before me. That is the only reason. And my mom is also, even though she's not a musician, she's a powerhouse.
Personality.
A very strong personality with a very strong love for music. There's no modern age musician now that has released a song my mom doesn't know. Up till date.
That's amazing. So would you say it's important for young artists to also study closely some of those who are doing it successfully?
They want me to no study you.
Olamide said the same thing.
I know they advise people again.
Olamide said the same thing.
Because you fit advice person enter trouble. You could be talking to someone now and telling them about your own past tribulations and the things you went through to become who you are today. And you think that you are just trying to let them know that it might be rough, but it will get better. However, what they're taking from that conversation is that you're saying that they must suffer like you or nothing for them. Now they'll take it personal. And all of a sudden now, you're a hater.
Yeah.
I know they advise anybody.
Yes, that's all I'm
If you want, understudy. If you want, go and only be. If you want, go and only be looking for a woman. If you want, record
They
music.
got to look for woman now. How men want to
And leave your music, be looking for a woman. That won't concern you. But I know they advise anybody, but I will say be true to yourself, because as you lay your bed, you will lie on it.
Absolutely.
We have all laid our bed and continue to lie on it every day, in and out. I believe that the same way you are what you eat is the same way you are what as a musician, you are a replica of the people that inspire you. If you're inspired by people that are lackluster on stage, go ahead and be that person unapologetically. Be lackluster with your pride. I love it for you.
When you walked into the room, you not only look amazing, but something stood out to me. Your makeup was flawless.
Is it,
You know what
sir?
I mean?
Oh,
You know, the lipstick was immaculate.
yes,
immaculate.
it is. Yes, sir.
And we have some of this goodness right there. As a musician who has created a brand for yourself, as Yemi Alade, how do you choose what brand now to invest yourself into, and what led to this amazing creation of yours?
Oh, we're talking about Yem Beauty.
Yes, we are.
I have to hold it
Yes, we are.
because I have to sell my kids. Okay, so this is my first baby outside of music. And I've always said that music, beauty, and fashion, they go together. Yem Beauty is a beauty brand. And even though we have lipsticks now,
Yeah.
I intend to create like skin formulas, for all demographics and all races. Basically, every skin needs to be nourished, and that's what I'm here for. How do I choose what brands to affiliate with or what project to?
Yes, that led you into that.
That led me here.
Yeah.
I have toured for over a decade now of my life. It's only in 2025 that I had pleaded with management to please. I know one tour this year.
When you make a lot of money, you can choose 1 year to rest. What are we talking about?
So I mean, money is for chopping. I have to chop the money while I'm young and getting it.
Yeah.
So I pleaded with management that please let me not go on those back-to-back tours where I'm doing 20 countries in one continent. I'd like to just do the single shows sparsely and just be able to breathe and create a sense of normalcy for myself, because sleeping in every bed, in a different bed every night, fast as I will say, is not normal. It's not normal. I've done that for over 10 years. Just every day a different
hotels.
3 days in one country, 3 days in another country, and within those 3 days, I'm also flying and connecting, and I'm like, what going, man? when am I leaving this life, or is this life leaving me? You know, and so the confusion was becoming a bit strong, and I wanted to stay in my own bed for a while, eat the food that I had prepared for myself.
Which we see on TikTok a few times.
Yes, sir. I toss that pot. I toss that pot. I'm a good tosser. And yeah, that's what this year has been for me. However, with over a decade of experience touring on stage, I've come to realize that each time that I make up and go on stage, I after performing for about 2 hours or less, I get off stage with half my makeup on. So half my makeup has gone to God knows where. It's all gone. The sweat has taken it away. My microphone has rubbed it off. You know, I'm looking like something hits me on stage. And then I started off with the lipstick because I wanted something that I could apply in the morning and wouldn't have to top up later on in the evening. Most times, a lot of even working class friends of mine, when they apply makeup in the morning, you see them reapplying during lunch or maybe 2 hours after. And I didn't want that. And so it took me 4 years to create this formula that provides long-lasting, matte, nourishing lipstick. And the good part is that it comes with a lip liner. So you're getting 2 for 1, you know, and it's that's how I landed this first product from Young Beauty.
That's amazing. Well, it's great to see you in this space. Entrepreneurial. Is this something that musicians should also be thinking about outside of music? Because, you know, music
Business,
is great.
yeah.
Yes.
Of course. I feel like, again, if you don't want to do, don't do. Because it's not easy. If you don't want to do business, don't do. But personally, for me, I believe that I'm the kind of person that's always gone where the love is. And I feel like beauty and everything around it resonates with me. I like to be able to highlight inner powers, and like when you're able to highlight your inner beauty with these little things, I feel like my world is complete. You know, and that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So like it should be up to you. Someone once advised me that if you don't know anything about something, you don't have experience over it, don't go and get involved. Don't go and start a brand because your friend started one. Just support them and face your front.
Absolutely.
However, if along the line, something that resonates with you, emphasis on resonating with you, because entrepreneurship is not for the weak.
Yeah.
It will school you every day of your life like you are an amateur, even when you think that you have become Don Dada. You know, so that's all I have to say.
You've said it all.
That's all I have to say.
To wrap it up, I'm going to just throw a few questions at you, and I just want you sharp, quick answers as best as you can.
Okay.
One defining moment for Yemi Alade that you think shaped your voice and who you are.
Taking a risk and leaving Lagos and going all the way to Enugu to record Johnny.
100%.
For a girl that never traveled anywhere, that was a big one.
Another one, legacy. What would you like your legacy to be? What does legacy mean to you, and what would you like it to be?
The Yemi Alade legacy. She came, she saw, she conquered while being unapologetically African.
What would you like to say to inspire younger women who are trying to be a Yemi Alade in the future?
I mean,
word of inspiration.
A word of inspiration to anyone out there, especially my ladies trying to be a Yemi Alade, I would say, don't be Yemi Alade. That's played out. Be yourself. The world is yet to meet you. Get ready to take what's yours. And anyone who stands in your way, do whatever you want.
Crush them. And grab your drink. Grab your drink whilst we have this toast to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Before then, any names of any young female musicians across Africa that you have your eye on, that you're enjoying?
My ladies.
Yes.
This is nice. Everything's nice out
Yeah,
here, huh?
nice.
Okay. Shout out to the young lady who did this. Yeah, it's somewhere out there. Woo. 2025, 2024, 2023, my girls came out ready to take everything that's theirs. At the moment, I mean, I've always liked Faye. But meeting her, collaborating with her as an artist and as a woman, I found a sister in a way, like a kindred spirit. We're born on the same day.
That's amazing.
That's something that never happens. March 13th. And we have so many similarities. And she reminds me a lot of myself. So I really like Faye. Her voice, there's none like her. Like she pats her lips and it's like miracles happen. Like our Nigerian seer. And I definitely love Ugochi. Ugochi is queen of culture, doing her thing, promoting culture and being herself unapologetically, even when people don't want to give her flowers. That's another strong woman that I love so much. And then this really cute little girl who's 18 years old. Her name is King Lex. Her voice. Her voice and what she can do. It's like the blended Celine Dion, Shakira, and myself in one to create her voice. Those three ladies.
Incredible.
And of course, Gucci, another high life / dancehall queen. Those four ladies got me going. Ooh la la.
They'll be very happy to hear that coming from a queen like yours. And on that note, we make a toast to an absolute queen here on Swift Conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the queen, Yemi Alade!
Thank you.
My sister.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You know I love you.
I know.
You know, this is family.
Yes, I do.
I appreciate you. You're my sister. You're an inspiration not only to younger musicians, but also to myself. It's always a pleasure to sit down with you and have completely different conversations in private and in public. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's make that money.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
spend that money.
Let's spend that money. But I must say the same thing for you as well, because when I say going where the love is, you're one of those people that I can go to because the love is there. And even aside that, you as a person, your true and honest love for Africa is not being ignored. Like, you know names that I don't name, I'm the musician, however, but you know the names that I'm supposed to know, but I don't know because you've read, you've done your homework. And every time you open your mouth to speak on a topic, especially about Africa, you're doing it from a genuine place. And the world sees you, appreciates you, your existence, your effort, everything. We love and appreciate you too. So love back at you, sir.
And on that day,
it's a wrap!